Everybody, Brickhouse here, and got some interesting news here. Ran across this article out of Bounding into Comics. Director Chad Stahelski, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, reveals his vision for the Highlander film starring Henry Cavill. Now, if this is happening, this would be awesome. Simply awesome. I'm a big Highlander fan, going back to 1984 with Christopher Lambert, all the way through the movies, all the way through the TV show. Huge Highlander fan. And if they're gonna remake Highlander with Henry Cavill, holy crap. Director Chad Stahelski, known for his work on John Wick, sorry Chad if I mispronounced your name, recently provided an update on his Highlander film starring Henry Cavill, where he revealed he's not only looking to do a prequel, but hopes to turn it into a franchise. I think this would be one I would be on board with, just reimaging, paying homage to the original. Now, for those of you that don't know, if you watch Highlander 2, watch the Renegade Edition. It makes more sense of the story than the original version of Highlander 2. Just saying. Stahelski has been involved in a Highlander film going back as far as 2016, with the director telling the Hollywood Reporter at the time, "I've been a huge fan of the original property since I saw it in high school. Me too. Such great themes of immortality, love, and identity are all wrapped up in such colorful mythology." He added, "I can't think of a better property that gives the opportunity to create interesting characters, mythic themes, and action set pieces." He's given sporadic updates on the film. In 2017, he told Collider, "If you go back and watch the original Highlander, whether the quality holds up or not, or the filmmaking process holds up, there are things about that movie beneath just the shots and the lighting. There's a mythology there. For some reason, it hooks us. We love that world. Everybody loves the immortal realm. Everybody loves the code. There can be only one," he elaborated. "There's something about it that hooks you, hooks me, hooks all the fanboys about it. I went so far as I know every episode of all 6 seasons, plus the 7th season if you count Raven as a series, plus the novels. There's something about the world that's hooking." He also told them where they were on the script. "We're currently doing a bit of work on the overall plot structure. When I came on board, they were trying to reinvent the single Highlander property. We've gone since back in, and we would like to really expand the world, so we consider the same shortcomings don't happen again that happened on the original project," meaning you have one great movie and 4 questionable follow-ups. "We want to develop a property that can give us," and again, it's not about marketing. It's not so much about the financials. It's about how we can make a more mythological chapter 1, chapter 2. What's a great way to tell this story? Exactly. Tell the story. That's all you got to do. Come up with a good story. People will watch. People will flock to it. He went on to reveal he was taking inspiration from the Highlander TV series and Star Wars. Hopefully not inspiration from Disney Star Wars. Just saying. He explained, "I think the TV series hit on a lot of great stuff that wasn't in the feature. Between the Watchers and all the different types of immortals, how do we get this into a feature mode before we dribble it into the TV world? Well, let's restructure it in parts. Let's look at it like it was a TV show. Let's look at it like it was a high-end trilogy. How do we tell the story of the Gathering, the Quickenings, the Immortals? How do we really build this world out even more so than the original project?" That's what we're restructuring right now. It's taking all the good stuff that we had before I was involved in this project, from the script, redeveloping the script, to give us really good chapters 1, 2, and 3, and expanding the world. As for Star Wars, he said, the vision we're trying to get across and what we're trying to develop, I equate very closely to Star Wars. The first one is has a very satisfying ending, but it does leave the door open. That's kind of how I see this. I would really like to expand it over 3. I see the gathering happening over 3. It's tricky, don't get me wrong. That's why we're still developing it. We want to be able to sell 3 complete stories that all kind of fit. I think the Star Wars trilogy, at least up to The Empire Strikes Back, is a good example of how we want to process it. So, I don't know about you guys, but this is sounding pretty good to me so far. He also discussed how he wanted to design the film specifically around the sword play. If heads coming apart is an R, great. If heads coming apart is PG, great. Ratings are second to what we're going to do. Highlander, I think the action is, at least what's in my head, is going to fall on a line for sure. We want to design it what we think is aesthetically cool. So far, I've met no resistance. They're like, look, whatever you did with John Wick with the gun stuff, we want you to try to do with the sword stuff. That would be awesome. We want you to try to make something cool and something unique and something that's going to make audiences say, wow, I haven't seen that before. 2021, Cavill boarded the film, sharing to his Instagram, very exciting news today. I've been a fan of Highlander since I was a lad, from the movies all of their 80s. Queen, Slather, and Glory, to the TV show with an actor who looked remarkably like one of my brothers. Being not shy with swords and having a director as talented as Stahelski at the helm, this is an opportunity like no other. Deep diving into franchise storytelling with all the tools at our disposal is going to make this an adventure I, and hopefully all you, shall never forget. So, this is going to be totally the opposite of what happened with The Witcher. I mean, and I will say this about Henry Cavill. He knows his stuff. He was very in tune with the lore of The Witcher, and what the writers did with The Witcher is just an abomination, in my opinion. He is in tune with the lore of Highlander, and you couldn't have, in my opinion, a better pairing than Stahelski and Cavill working on this property. Following the announcement, Cavill shared some details about Stahelski's vision for the film with The Hollywood Reporter's James Hibberd, who reported Cavill said Stahelski's vision is more grounded in reality take than the original movies and show, and will play a bit more like a modern tragedy. While the director says there are several reasons there could be only one actor for the role. Henry obviously has the physicality, but that doesn't mean a whole lot if he can't also carry the empathy of the character that lived 500 years. And I needed somebody who could do both. And if you're not familiar with the story of the Highlander, Connor MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod, he's like, I want to say 500, 600. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. He's hundreds of years old by the time they get to New York City in 1984. And then when you throw in the TV show on top of that with Duncan MacLeod, who is actually younger than Connor and is a distant relative, I mean, this is sounding really good to me, folks. Now, Stahelski provided a new update on the film in an interview with Josh Horowitz. He confirmed Cavill is still attached to the film and they have made significant progress on the scripts and pre-production. I think we have some very good elements of power. The trick is, when you have the tagline, there could be only one. You just can't have everybody in the first movie. We're looking to do our story, engages a lot of the same characters and stuff like that, but we also brought in elements of all the TV shows, and we're trying to do a bit of a prequel, a setup for The Gathering, so we have room to grow the property. If we got our shit together and we pulled off the feature, like, yeah, we have ideas for days about how to make the coolest characters and make that an epic TV show. I just think that that's a rich material. When you can pick any period in time and nationality, any culture, any type of person, to make them an immortal that have to duel and deal with the burden of immortality, that's effing cool to me. Those of you that are not familiar with The Gathering, it was described by Juan Sanchez Villalobos Ramirez in the original Highlander film as an irresistible pull towards a faraway land to fight for the prize. The prize, which was obtained by Connor McLeod, granted him the ability to know what mortals are thinking. All the abilities attained from the other immortals through the quickening, and to become mortal and have children. So, I think this is sounding like it's going to be freaking awesome. Tell me what you guys think down below. Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments. While you're at it, please take the time to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell to get notified when my content becomes live here on YouTube. And as always, thank you for watching. I will see you later.